Hey guys, what's up? It's your girl Kindia, and I'm back with another video. You guys know we only spread love in this channel, so make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, click that notification bell so you can be part of the notification squad. All right, guys, let's get into the video. All right, guys, so we're going to be talking about my admission process, and then I'm going to throw in some pros and cons. I've been going to FIU since like last year, fall, and now I'm going into summer semester now, and it's like I'm gonna be giving y'all some of my like opinions and what I feel like I wish they could change. So yeah, so first thing I should say is that getting my AA, when I was getting my AA at my local college, I changed my major about like 4 times, to be honest. I started off with biology teacher, nursing, and I just felt like those weren't for me. And then I decided to, the last 2 semesters, when technically that would have put me on track to graduate. You know, usually it's like 5 or 6 semesters that you do when you're about to get your AA. That's like, it equals to 2 years. So those last semesters, I contribute those to business-related classes. I knew that I had to get those A prerequisites because that's what FIU wants you to get, A prerequisites and a certain GPA in those core prerequisites. So I had to work hard because I was like, I really want to get into FIU, and I don't want them to have a reason for me not to get in. So I worked hard. I got straight A's for all those prerequisites. However, I should kind of go back a little bit. I only had 6 out of the 8 prerequisites. If you take a certain amount of prerequisites, all they're looking for is that you have a certain amount of GPA. So obviously, because I got A's in those 6 out of the 8 prerequisites, that equivalent to a 4.0. So I end up getting in, but they told me that once with the orientation and everything, they told me that I'm gonna have to take those 2 accounting classes that I didn't take. That I have to take those literally in the first semesters, or else I won't be able to continue. And you get like 2 chances to pass. Like you get 2 chances to pass, and if you don't, you get kicked out of the business program. So what I will recommend right then and there is like just take all your prerequisites at your local colleges. Is probably cheaper, it's probably easier, and to be honest, the professor is probably a little bit more lenient, because here once you come off, it's such a bigger classroom, and it's like the professor doesn't really have time to really like hold your hand through the process, you know? So like, please take it. Like, if I could give you a tip, please take it at your local college. All right, so that's what happened. You know, I called them up. I was just like really determined. I was just like, I really had to transfer. I really want to transfer out, and I want to make sure that my everything goes smooth. All right, so getting on to some of the pros and cons of FIU. I'll start with the pros first. So some of the pros is that I actually think it being a smaller school is better for me. It might not be better for you, but it's better for me. Like, I don't like those big schools. I've seen a bigger school like USF that is big, it's beautiful campus, but I don't want to be taking an whole hour to get to my class. Like, no way, Jose. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't take a whole hour to get to your class. So like, everything is so much smaller, and yeah. So it was much easier. I also live on campus, if I should mention that. So everything was legit like 5-10 minutes to get to all my classes. So I would say the campus is really beautiful. Like, I think it's a really beautiful campus. It's always renovating, because you know they have to make it look good, because no one want to come to a raggedy looking school. You know what I'm saying? They have to invest all that money that they taken from us students to be honest, to make the place look good. I mean, that's the least they can do. So if their grass messed up, best believe by tomorrow their grass gonna be looking nice again. So they really do invest their time in their parents outside. Another pro I would say is that the resources that they have for the business program. I'm not saying that they don't have that for everybody else, but specifically being the business program, and they're sending me all these career fairs, business fairs, headshots, if you want your headshots, resume workshops, interview workshops, all those stuff that they have, and they're really, really always blowing my Gmail. Oh my gosh, it'd be so annoying. It'd be so annoying to the point you're just like, oh my gosh, you just want to take that notification off. But it's like, honestly, like, that's what you need. You want a school that's really invested in wanting you to be prepared. So they really want you to be prepared, and I will never shy away from saying that. Another pro, like I was watching other videos and people were saying that their library isn't as, like, it'd be loud and it'd be small, but I think FIU library is big. I've been there during a time when it's exam time and everybody is in there. I've been there when it's so quiet. So they have their floors where you could talk, and then there's floors that you're not allowed to talk. So I really do enjoy the FIU library. It's really big. It has a lot of stores, and no, it don't have a lot of stores. It has Starbucks, you know. It's like a really nice library. Some of the housings are nice. Like, so I've been in Lakeview, I've been in Everglades, I've seen Parkview. They're really nice. Really nice inside. That's all I can say. They're really nice inside. That's all I can say. There's one UA, the University Apartments, that's for like upperclassmen. I don't know about that. That needs to be renovated. But for the main part, the other ones are really, really good. Okay, another pro for me is the fact that once I actually got out of my shell, I was able to join organizations. So that's, I joined the organization. If you didn't know, I am a human resources management major. So I joined the Society of Human Resources organization, and that would be good. So if you're a human resources major, I suggest, or any major at all, I suggest like doing something that's really gonna look good, like on your resume. And that really does help out, because I've legit had like an internship interview, and they were looking for somebody that's in a human resources organization. So that looks good. So I suggest like I lose my train of thought. Join organization that's really targeted to your major, you know. Also, I just say just join in general. Just join just any organization, just so you could get involved, so you could meet people. Just like, and it's really good. I've joined another organization, and it's a really good organization. It's a really good way for you to meet people, and then you just start forming this friendship. I'm saying, where you're meeting new people, where you just get your stuff that you probably didn't know, and they help you. Those people could help you network. You never know. So like, it's really good for that. And don't be shy. Just get out of your shell. Trust me, I am the most introverted person ever. Like, I am to myself. Like, obviously, I'm not the person that will turn down anything. I'm very open-minded, but I'm also to myself. Okay, another pro is some of the professors. I've actually been very privileged to have great professors. You get what I'm saying? Like, and that's because I use Rate My Professor, and I'm always on top of everything. Like, if you're one of those students that's gonna procrastinate, best believe that your professor's gonna be trash. Plain and simple. That's just it. They're gonna be trash. So like, for me, I always try to take the time. But obviously, the biggest obstacle that I have is just like when I get to go, because obviously honors college priority students get to go first, so that's kind of annoying. But when I do end up getting those great professors, it makes your life so much better. Like, I literally you don't have any problems or anything. So I've had professors that I legit love going to their class, because, you know, you could have a class you just like, every time you just like dread going to that class. I love that class. I've never missed a class. It was like a marketing class. The professor was so funny. He made it so interactive. I learned so much. You know what I'm saying? Like, I never thought I would learn so much out of a class, and I genuinely learned so much. Like, so like I say, pick teachers that's gonna inspire you to want to continue to learn about that topic. Right? Use Rate My Professor. That's a tip. Use it. Going on to some of the cons. Some of the cons is, going back off of the professor thing, is that FIU really do pride themselves in having such a good business program. But you know, one thing that really annoys me is the fact that when you're trying to find a class, like, I like I said, once they open up the classes so you could start like putting them in your shopping cart, I'm always on it. Like I don't wait to the last minute. I always have my plan A and my plan B, you know, and I'm hoping I get one of those. Usually I'm for some reason I'm not priority student, which means I'm getting to choose when all the classes are filled up. So it's like, I would say that is so annoying. It's so annoying because like you want the best professor and you're not gonna get the best professor. And when they do, there's one professor that's teaching that subject. That it don't make sense. So that class is gonna get filled up fast. So now you have to try to reevaluate your whole schedule, and you're probably one class short, or now you went from thinking that you're gonna be a full-time student to a half-time student, and that really does affect you. If you pride yourself in having such a good business program, I would think that you would have multiple teachers, at least multiple professors. I'm sorry, I keep saying teachers. Multiple professors teaching, at least two. Say two. You know, you didn't get the one that you want, have a backup. It'd be one professor, and those are the classes that are getting filled fast. You get what I'm saying? Like if it's a communication class, communication could be for all majors. Do you get what I'm saying? That is something that could be for all majors. So it's gonna get filled fast. I'm still wondering why you don't have like five professors teaching that class. Mind blown. So it's like, that's annoying when it gets to when I get around to wanting to choose my class and I can't choose my class because all the good professors are taken, and I'm stuck with a professor that quote unquote, according to Rate My Professor, could care less. So that's nice. So someone's gonna jeopardize my business degree because they could care less about their students. No hate, just stating facts. All right, another con is the housing costs. Like, to be honest, they're so expensive. Like, and they're so expensive for a box. It's a box, it's a prison, to be honest, because like it's like four corner walls, you can't go anywhere, and it feels like, at least for me, it feels like you're suffocating. So I just always want to go for a walk. Okay, so another con, to be honest, is if you a transfer that's coming in, I can assure you that you're most likely going to be waitlisted on the housing. If you're trying to get a dorm, you're going to be waitlisted, and you're most likely not going to get the dorm that you want. You're going to have to share a room. You're probably thinking that you're coming in with, you're going to get your own room, or no honey, you're not. Because FIU is starting, basically, well, disclaimer, I don't really know. This is what other students are talking about, is that FIU is bringing in more people than the amount of dorms that they have, and everybody want to live on campus, but we don't have enough dorms to accommodate. They don't have enough dorms to accommodate all the students. So now everybody that wants their own room won't get their own room. You have to pair up with somebody. So like, for instance, coming up in fall, I wanted my own room, but now I'm gonna have to be sharing a room. You know what I'm saying? We don't want to share a room like that. If you already have the mindset that you don't want to share a room, it sucks when you do have to share a room. You know what I'm saying? That really does suck, and it's like you can't do anything else. It's either you're gonna live off campus, but then the off-campus housings in Miami is legit over $1,000 for a box. You know what I'm saying? It don't make sense. It's like you're paying so much money and you're not paying for space because you're not getting space. You may be paying for like the modern furnitures, the modern appliances, but you're not paying for space because you're gonna be still breathing on somebody's neck. Also, I want to add that if you're coming to think that this school is a party school, or I mean, I guess you could get lit or find a party or whatever, or you just like I said, if you're an outgoing person, you will always find something to do. Like that's all I gotta say. But also just know that this is a commuter school, which means that everybody lives in Miami or the vicinity of Miami. So everybody just come and go home. They come to their classes and like gone after the class. So there's not really like a lot of stuff that goes on. I would say like the tailgates, I heard that it hasn't been good since like 2017, like those incoming freshmen. But at the end of the day, who knows? Maybe your class might come and make it better. So Like there's like little events to do, like the football games, the basketball games that are like really like that I've been to that are like really really good. But it's just like those are just stuff that you want to do to get out of the house. But yeah, just overall, I would just say that I'll give, if I had to grade FIU, I'll give it a B. A solid B. I mean, they passed, but it's a solid B. So yeah, and that's because I don't have anything to compare it to. So like if I was at a different school, I'll probably, who knows, that would probably be much higher or much lower. But as of what I feel like, it's a B. So yeah. All right guys, so that's it for the video. Make sure to like, subscribe, comment down below, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye.